views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
Shogun of Harlem.
All right, folks, good morning and welcome. You have been beamed aboard, and you are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone. We are broadcasting live directly into your vagina holes, originating on Alien X Radio in Detroit, Michigan. And, of course, we are broadcasting also on UG Media, Raw Talk Online, a Lime City Radio Network, a Sword Radio, the Western Reserve Digital Radio, 920 WON, the Apple, 24.7 The Stream, Get Smashed Radio in Seattle, Washington. We are all over the freaking place, man. There's at least a dozen radio stations that I'm not thinking of right now, and that's a problem. And I don't have my list in front of me. I do apologize. Anyway, here we are to get your work week started right. For those of you that are actually allowed to go to work, that's right. Are you actually allowed to be at work today? If so, then maybe you're listening to me. If you're sitting at home up at this time and not having to go to work, I have to ask you why you're awake. I know it's habit, right? That's what it is for me, too. Even on my days off, I still get up early AF. You know what I'm saying? Early AF. Because it's just how it is, man. You got that internal clock set. Some people don't understand what that clock is. They don't get it, because if the alarm clock don't go off, they don't wake up for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I don't have that convenience. I wish I could do that, but I can't. Even without an alarm clock, I still, bang, wake up. Eyes pop open, right on time. Anyway, good problem to have if you need to be on time to work. Bad problem to have if you're having trouble sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that you do. Anyway, lots of music for your vagina holes. We still got more stuff to review from 36 Hours of Alien Xmas. We've got, this is obviously the last episode before Christmas, so I will be giving you the just a few questions from 2 years ago, from last year, and the one we just did yesterday. So all of the Christmas editions of Just a Few Questions is all coming up during this show, as I said, as well as a lot of music for your vagina holes. Not just stuff from the 36 Hours of Alien Xmas. I'm going to be throwing in other music as well. So we're going to have a good time, as well as your calls at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Let's start things off like we always do with a history lesson.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
December 21st, 1620. Pilgrims aboard the Mayflower go ashore for the first time at present-day Plymouth, Massachusetts. That's where they settle the first permanent European colony in what's known as New England. 1988. A terrorist bomb explodes aboard a Pan Am Boeing 747 over Lockerbie, Scotland. The blast kills 270 people as wreckage from the plane crashes to the ground. Libyan agents are later tried for the bombing, while Libya's government accepts responsibility nearly 15 years later. 1968. Apollo 8 lifts off from Cape Canaveral, Florida, start of the first mission to orbit the moon. And 1937, actress Jane Fonda, known for her big screen roles, political activism, and workout videos, is born in New York. Today in history, December 21st. Ed Donahue, The Associated Press.
Alrighty, folks. Now that we've been brought up to speed of what happened way back in the day, I'm going to go back about a week ago to the 36 Hours of Alien Xmas. My good friend KP Ross, who I've been in multiple bands with in the past and recorded many, many songs with, he was more than happy once again this year to come on in and do some live performance stuff. So me and him sat down. He and I guess that's the way you're supposed to say it. We both sat down with some acoustic guitars. Well, he had his electric guitar anyway, and we did some stripped-down versions of some songs that we did in the past. So let's go ahead and give you a little taste of the song called Stay, and I'm going to be doing something a little different this time. I've just made this decision. I'm going to play Stay the way we played it last week, the stripped-down version, and then after that, we're going to play the album version of Stay that we recorded years and years ago. So you can see the drastic change. I don't know if it's that we're older, if we just had an acoustic guitar, no drummer. I don't know what the deal is, but yes, it's been rewritten. So here is the rewrite of Stay from the 36 Hours of Alien Xmas.
Throughout the years, it was the feeling yesterday, but tonight I'm filled with fear. Maybe I should have said softer words to ease your heart. We're lying here and there, but we're miles apart, miles apart. Well, how can I cry to the angel when my tears fall to the ground? Try and how can I tell when you know where to be found? And look to you with no cause and ask for reasons why. Looking at you with no cause and empty stare and then they cry. I blame myself to see all things that I should have done. This selfish pride was free on reason you ain't fun. When my tears fall to the ground, but I cannot try and I cannot tell. When you know where to be found.
show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Less commercials, definitely.
Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Awesome.
Yes, the first official recorded track, I guess, there from the Arcades Project album. The Arcades Project been around for quite some time, played a lot of shows here for the 36 Hours of Alien Xmas and other assorted things. Members of the Creeping Chaos, I'm sure you've heard that name many times on this station and on this show. So they are finally putting together their first album as the Arcades Project as well. So anyway, real quick, before we get into some more music for your Vajir holes, I wanted to hit you up with this. Okay? A lot of you out there love your wine. Okay? You love your wine. I got no problems with you loving your wine. Okay? Everybody loves something, right? If you love your wine, that's great. Go get yourself some wine. But what if you found out that the wine you've been getting at the grocery store was made at a sewage treatment plant? How would you feel about your wine at that point? You know what I'm saying? How would you feel about it at that point? Well, I'm telling you right now, it happened in Rainsville. All right? The DeKalb County Sheriff Office said in a statement that it received an anonymous tip about an alcohol operation at a municipal building in the town of Rainsville on Thursday. Investigators then uncovered what was described as a large illegal winery inside the Rainsville wastewater treatment plant. Okay, wastewater. That means poo-poo. Okay? That means they process boo-boo and pee-pee. Whether or not the boo-boo and the pee-pee was being used in the processing of the wine, I do not know. Okay? But I would have to say that it's got to be some kind of a violation to produce any kind of consumable product at the same place that you process consumable products after it was consumed and returned, if you know what I'm saying. And yes, Martin Jones, aha, he says, aha, sewage wine. Is that a new Igor's product maybe? Maybe some kind of a wine. Yeah, I'll think up some kind of a wine. I know we were already thinking about maybe an Igor's vodka type thing with some really horrible flavors. You know, it tastes better coming up than it does going down. Yeah, changes its flavor in your stomach or something. Anyway, continuing on this thing here, photos released by investigators shows that glass containers, buckets, and fermenting racks and other equipment often used by people who make wine at home. Okay, so they found all these photos, okay, of homemade. So it's not even being done at a professional level. So what? The employees, they're not happy with their paychecks at the poo-poo factory. So they decide that on the side using the poo-poo factory, since the managers probably don't come to the poo-poo factory, right? Probably don't ever check on them until now. All right? So they're just starting an illegal operation, and that's what they decide to do? Didn't you ever see the movie Kidco? Did you ever see the movie Kidco? In Kidco, all the kids, their dad owned a maintenance company at a horse ranch, and their job was to deal with all the horse poop, to get rid of it. Well, the kids decided they were going to keep it. They keep the poop, they mixed it with straw, and they sold it as fertilizer, and they milled millions of dollars. You work at a sewage treatment plant, are you telling me that you can't figure out something to do better than make wine? You have a product coming to you that's free. I know it's poo-poo, but I'm sure that you can sell it for something. Don't they make gas out of that stuff now? You know what I'm saying? You're making wine at a sewage treatment factory and selling it to people. Are you mad? The agency says officers seized a lot of illegal alcohol and arrests are expected. Expected? Who was there? Why weren't they arrested? The town of about 5,100 people is 100 miles northeast of Birmingham. What that has to do with the story, I have no idea. Are they trying to say that all those people were drinking this wine? No, come on. I want to thank the mayor for his cooperation and willingness to allow law enforcement to do our job and shut something like this down. Well, we have reached that point in society where we have to thank law enforcement for enforcing obvious law. I mean, really? I thank you every day for enforcing law, but I have to go out of my way to say, hey, thanks for shutting down that illegal winery at the poop factory. You really went over and above your Call of Duty there. You didn't really need to do that. Yeah, they did. Really? You're going to shut down some guy growing a pot plant in his basement so he can have his own smoke, But you're going to let some people run an illegal winery at a sewage treatment factory and sell it? No, of course not. So, yeah, law enforcement has to step in. So, yeah, thank you, I guess, for, I mean, it should have been too hard to catch. Apparently, there's nobody checking out these sewage treatment facilities ever. It takes a while to make wine, right? You can't just, like, mix some stuff together, shake it, and go, boom, it's wine, right? There's a process. It takes a while, right? You telling me nobody inspects these facilities? No wonder we have so much problems. Anyway, folks, I am on a rant. Let's go ahead and get back to some music for your vagir holes. I'm gonna throw out. How about just let's rock out a little bit here with a band called Triple Black. They played the 36 Hours of Alien Xmas last weekend, and they rocked us out with some Dio. And I'm gonna throw it directly into your vagir holes now. It's a Rainbow in the Dark.
Thank you for having us out. Don't forget, keep on pledging all year long. Finished with my work because she couldn't help me with my mind. People think I'm insane because I am frowning all the time. All day long I think of things, but nothing seems to satisfy. Think I lose my mind if I don't find something to pacify. Can you help me? Occupy my brain. Whoa, whoa, yeah. I need someone to show me the things in life that I can't find. I can't see the things that make you happiness. I must be blind. No! Make a joke and I will sigh, and you will laugh and I will cry. Happiness I cannot feel it. Love to me is so real. And so as you hear these words telling you now of my state, I tell you to enjoy life. I wish I could, but it's too late. Go! Oh yeah, it's too late.
Yeah, thanks.
I used to be a nice girl. Until Alien Stone took me for a ride in his mothership. Now I'm an intergalactic hottie. Thank you, Alien Stone.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the Prospect.
How's it going, everyone? Prospect here with the weekly sports update on Alien X Radio. The Washington football team has been on a roll at this point in the season, winning the last 4 games, including their upset against the Steelers. Now their NFC East lead is in trouble as their quarterback, Alex Smith, has been ruled out with a strained right calf, resulting in Coach Ron Rivera starting second-year Dwayne Haskins in their game against the Seahawks. The 6-7 football team leads the division over the Giants by 1 game, so there's much to be concerned about the playoffs around the corner. This is Haskins' first start since Week 4 when he lost to the Ravens. Over in Philadelphia, the quarterback controversy has continued as rookie Jalen Hurts took over the starting role over benched veteran Carson Wentz during their game against the Saints, leaving fans wondering if Wentz is being overlooked for the rookie. Hurts, in true rookie form, isn't buying into the drama, saying that he wants to help his team grow. But with a 4-8-1 record, the effort may be a little too late. And Marcus Peters has been fined $12,500 for his unsportsmanlike conduct in the Ravens game against the Browns last week. Peters was fined for spitting in the direction of Jarvis Landry during their Monday night game and was called a coward by the cornerback in an interview. He later issued a statement denying the incident, saying that he was raised better than that. We've seen some pretty heinous things happen in the heat of the moment in football, so it's easy to see how he might have done that without conscience. Last week, I reported that the Cleveland Indians were changing their name after 105 years. The owner felt that it was time to reverse the racist undertones emanating from their moniker like Washington football team did earlier. Now it's been announced by the team's owner that the decision will take at least a year as they will keep the name for the 2021 season. The decision to do it was partly because the organization wants to take the most time to figure out a new name without offending anyone else. Unlike the Washington football team, the Indians won't have an interim name because they wanted a permanent name to replace it. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect. Say until next time, Prospect out.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor?
That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing. Thanks, Igor. And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio.
Resistance is futile. Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
All right, folks, welcome back. You are inside the mothership for the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. It's the last show before Christmas, folks. Yeah. I'm about to say something very controversial. I'm going to say something very controversial that gets everybody's panties in a bunch. It really does. And it really bothers me that this bothers people. Listen to this carefully. It's one statement I'm going to make. It's going to bother everybody. Ready? Are you ready? Ready? Happy holidays. Wow, right? Right now, everybody's going, oh my God! He said happy holidays! He must hate Christmas! It's Christmas, you bastard! Don't say happy holidays. That's a cop-out. It's Christmas. Well, yes. Christmas is coming and will be here on the 25th, right? Let me ask you a question. If your birthday was next week, would it be appropriate to tell you happy birthday a week before your birthday? You can. Yeah, it's not wrong, but it's not right. Okay, it's not your birthday. Christmas is a day. Folks, it's a day. It happens on a day. And around that day, in the vicinity of that day, within the confines of a calendar, there are a couple of other holidays that occur that other people may or may not participate in, believe things within, have fun with, party with, celebrate, observe, whatever you want to say. So when somebody says happy holidays, they're not saying screw your Christmas. No. Chances are they don't know you, and they don't know which one of those freaking holidays you celebrate, observe, have fun with, party with people during. They have no idea. So rather than just guessing and saying the wrong one, we say something that includes everybody, every single person. We say, happy holidays. And still we get bitchy Karen. Oh, no, it's Christmas. It's Merry Christmas. Okay, well, I'll say Merry Christmas to you now that I know you celebrate Christmas. But for some reason, when I said happy holidays, what makes you think that didn't include yours? Okay, I'm done with that. How about now we go back to 2018, because things were much better back then. Let's go back to 2018. This was the first Christmas edition of Just a Few Questions. It occurred on 12/23/18, and this is how it went. Happy holidays.
Just a few questions.
All right, everybody, it is now time for Just a Few Questions, the holiday edition 2018. Merry Christmas, everybody. Ho, ho, ho.
What'd you just call me?
That's right. I did. And before the Just a Few Questions is over, it will be evident that you are, in fact, a ho, ho, ho. All right, so this is where I ask you a bunch of very inappropriate questions and make you very uncomfortable. And I'm going to do it in a very holiday festive way. Think I can handle that? Maybe we should change the music up for this then.
Okay.
We should probably switch it up since it's the holiday edition. We'll do this in the background instead. How about this?
Do it.
Oh, that's very, very festive. All right, so, question number one.
Question number one.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the studio, not a creature was stirring, except for the bartender who just poured another bottle of brandy into the eggnog. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholson soon would be there to fill it with money for hookers and beer. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, with visions of Tide Pods dancing in their heads.
This generation.
A hot mama in a nightie, and you with your Jimmy hat, had just jumped into bed to get all nasty and freaky and stuff. When out of the lawn there arose such a clatter, you jumped off that bitch to see what was the matter. Away to the window you stumble like a stoner, mostly from the weed, and you still had a boner. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow told you that tomorrow's commute was going to suck balls. Then what to your wondering eyes should appear but Terry Crews wearing only an ugly Christmas thong and a smile from ear to ear.
Ugh.
He just keeps coming back.
Why?
What do you hope Santa Cruz has brought you this year? A case of Igor's lube. It's on everybody's wish list. B, a book that will help you understand why even after all of this, you still have that boner. C, a dick in a box. Or D, a coupon for a free sponge bath from Santa Cruz. And go.
You know what? As soon as you said it, I was going for it. I want the case of Igor's lube.
You want the case of Igor's lube.
Because it has gotten me out of a lot of things.
Exactly.
And it has
it's
assisted.
Multi-purposeful.
Yes. It has assisted with many, a couple different escapes.
Yes.
And
it's very versatile.
Yes.
It should be in everybody's backpack.
It should be.
It should be in their panic room.
Yup.
And their bathroom.
And your Go Pack. Your Go Pack needs to have a case of 9mm, a case of 40s, and a case of Igor's Lube.
A case of Igor's Lube. All right.
Abso-freaking-root-ry.
All right, so you're going with Igor's Lube. All right, still Straggler.
Still Straggler. What are you going with?
Still the Straggler.
For when you guys capture me, I'm going to have to use the lube to get out of the sticky situation.
All right, so he's going with the lube as well.
With the lube.
I would definitely go with the lube. All right, so everybody's hoping to get a case of lube from Santa Cruz.
We got to get a sticker or a poster or something for Igor's Lube, dude.
There's got to be. We need to make a commercial.
There's going to be
a product and everything. We got to sell it.
There's got to be coming a commercial soon.
So, just a few questions. Question number 2.
Question number 2. Ho, ho, ho.
You're 80 years old and a grumpy old bastard.
God, I hope I don't live to see that long. But go on.
Oh, wait, the music stopped. We can't have the music just stop. All right, so.
When I said 80.
You're 80 years old and a grumpy old bastard. You make your employees work on Christmas Eve, and you are generally known as a mean old man that hates Christmas. You settle in for a night with a bowl of hot pea soup and reflect on how unhappy you are in life. Just then, the spirit of the not-so-douchebag version of yourself appears and tells you that you will be visited by 3 ghosts. You tell yourself to piss off, and he does, but farts in the room before he leaves. Out of the stench came the first ghost, the ghost of Christmas flatulence. He asks you, out of all the holiday food that you will consume this year, what do you think will generate the nastiest farts? And go,
oh.
And by the way, this is part A of this question.
Part A. Yeah. So, what's going to give me the most gas this year?
It's going to make you fart the nastiest.
I'm going to go with the ham and beans.
Ham and beans?
Because we're going to have baked beans, I'm sure.
Sure.
And we're having ham. So I'm going to go with, what would you say? Would you say pork and beans at that point in time? Or no? Because it's not quite pork and beans, but baked beans and ham.
All right.
I'm going to go,
Yep. All right. What do you think? Same thing?
I'm thinking, I know for sure for you, the beans, because I remember past experiences with the beans with you.
Beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So eat your beans with every meal.
Oh, absolutely. No, it was not more than 2. It was the more you cleared the house.
Okay. What are you eating, kid?
All right. So
you match it with the beans.
So you answered the ghost question. Just then, the spirit rips a real stinker and fades away, only to be replaced by ghost number 2.
Hello.
I am the ghost of Christmas presents. There's an S at the end of that. Presents.
Plural.
He announces that he is the ghost of Christmas presents. Then asks, out of all the Christmas presents you have ever received, what was the worst one and who gave it to you? And go.
Man, the worst one?
The worst one you ever got and who gave it to you?
Oh, man. I remember in high school, my grandma gave me the old sweater thing.
The sweater thing?
Yeah, hi, I'm going to get you a sweater for Christmas, and it was
your grandmother.
Yeah.
And was it just grandmother? It wasn't like Nana somebody or nothing?
No, it was grandma.
Just grandma?
Grandmas were grandmas to me.
Grandma gave you a crappy sweater?
Yeah.
You ungrateful bastard.
I am too.
Because it was my grandma too. She gave me, I think it was like a checkered shirt or something.
You want to know
a little die-cast card. It was horrible.
You want to know what's funny? I can remember something.
But I love you, Nana.
The same grandma gave my uncle a thing of Welch's squeezy jelly. I will never forget it. She gave it to my Uncle Mark.
Wow.
So I could probably answer for him and say that was probably his worst Christmas present ever. I mean, could you imagine getting that?
You got one?
Yeah, we had a Secret Santa for the hockey team, and I was up. I can only imagine what I was going to get. And then, of course, the guy that got me, he comes up, and it's a bag full of items. Random items. What looked like to be out of his lunchbox. It was a giant jar of pickles, an orange, and a can of Spam. I don't know why. And then to top it all off, it looks like he gave me some dirty panties from his sister's drawer.
Oh. Nice. It's just an assortment of lunch
That's what I asked him. I said, was this your lunch?
So, do I need condiments or a condom?
And out of all that, what smelled the worst?
I see what you did there.
Terrible, gross. Go on.
So, after you answered the question again, as fast as he appeared, poof, he is gone and the third spirit remains. He just stares at you with his burning red eyes. He reaches for you with his long, bony fingers. You scream in terror and ask the spirit, "Who are you, spirit? What do you want from me?" He grows near and he says, "Yeah, my name is Fred. I just wanted to know. If you had to kill somebody with their own Christmas decorations, what would you use? How would you use it? And who would you use it on?"
Oh my gosh, that is...
And go.
For real?
And go. And we're still on question number 2, so you gotta hurry up.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna go simple then. I'm gonna go with a customer.
A customer?
I'm not gonna name names specifically.
Okay.
One of my customers.
Gotcha.
And I would use a string of lights, tie them up with it, and then drag it behind their car.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
That's how I would roll with it.
With flashers, too, just in case you might give them a seizure.
Well, it would be their car, and their flashers probably don't work.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I would use.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. I can't take part in this one.
Oh, can't take part in this one. It violates the code of something.
Ethicity.
Yeah. So I guess I would take like the big plastic people that they put out front and just beat somebody over the head with them. Bludgeon them to death with baby Jesus.
There, baby Jesus.
It's like, because they always look creepy. They never look good.
Do, too.
They always look like, oh. That's like, is that baby Jesus or the baby Omen?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think that we should shave the back of its head and look for the little 666. That thing looks terrible. I'm just saying. So, I think we got all that.
Question number 3.
Question number 3. Part A. Wow, we got to hurry up.
Let's go.
You are Santa Claus. That's right. You are the one and only Jolly Elf himself, Kris Kringle. You're making a list. You will check it twice, but first let's make the damn list, shall we? You need 2 names of people you actually know for this. Give me the name of one person to put on your nice list and one person to put on your naughty list.
Okay, I'm going to put Rob's mom on the nice list because she's the nicest person I've ever known. And I'm going to put my wife on the naughty list because... No, why you doing that?
No, you already said it now. Okay,
All right,
those are the people on your list.
Okay.
They're people on your list.
All right, quick story from the past summer.
No stories, just names.
Oh,
all right. My one friend named Kyle, he hooked me in the head, but first asked if I was okay afterwards. But my second friend, who was right next to us, proceeded to laugh on the ground while there was a hook stuck in my head. He is on the naughty list.
He's on the naughty list. All right, so what will you give the person on your nice list? A 3-foot bong filled with money for hookers and beer. B, a full-body vinyl suit with anal beads. C, a figurine of an angel holding a puppy and a 6-inch dildo. Or D, a nice cardigan sweater and a cock ring. Oh. This has to go to the person you put on your nice list. Dun, dun, dun! We're going over. Our affiliates, I'm sorry, we're going over.
I think I'm going C. I gotta go C. I don't know.
The figurine of an angel holding a puppy and a 6-inch dildo.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
Mine would get A because he enjoys the beer.
Okay.
He would enjoy the beer, nothing else.
All right. All right, so what will you give the person on your naughty list? A coupon for waterboarding session at an undisclosed government facility. B, a lump of coal and a plunger. C, crazy glue disguised as a bottle of Igor's lube. Or D, a firecracker tampon and a book of matches and go.
I'm going with B.
B.
Yes, plunger.
B. A lump of coal and a plunger. All right.
D, I would personally light that on the person on the naughty list because that would be really funny.
On the firecracker tampon and a book of matches?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I would light the match.
That's hardcore.
That is very hardcore.
That's hardcore.
Well, everybody, I do want to thank you very much for tuning in. That has been Just a Few Questions.
Oh, and I could have made up my own answer, too. I forgot.
There is a
I used to be a nice girl. Until Alien Stone took me for a ride in his mothership. Now I'm an intergalactic hottie. Thank you, Alien Stone.
You know, it's about to start getting pretty hot outside. I think it's time I have a professional check out my air conditioning unit.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube.
I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out?
Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube.
I got dry, flaky elbows.
Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like.
It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
Shogun of Harlem.
All right, everybody, welcome to hour number 2 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. We are screaming through the galaxy at triple redunculous speeds, or at least talking really loud in the back row of the movie theater, and you're really mad about that because they finally let you back in. Right? But then they kicked you back out anyway, so I don't know. Everybody's streaming brand new movies at home now. I don't know, man. Everything's weird. Everything's weird, folks. That's the philosophy now going forward. Let's just say it that way. Let's don't say it makes me mad. Let's don't say that it's evil. Let's don't say that bad things are happening. Let's say everything's weird, folks. Just remember, when you go outside, remember, everything's weird. Weird can mean a lot of things, can't it? I guess. Man. Anyway, folks. Got more music for your Vajira holes on the way. This would be a good one to play, actually. I think I'm going to play this one. All right. Just wanted to put out there, guys, that the 36 hours of Alien Xmas this year was over and above the most success we've ever had by leaps and bounds. I'm not even sure right now what the current total is because, remember, we keep accepting donations all the way through the end of the year. But I want to thank everybody out there for donating their money, their time, for listening, for posting and reposting and sharing and resharing all of the everything, because all of it took us over the mark of $2,500, which last year we made. We brought in $1,600. So to go to $2,500 and above this year was amazing, especially considering the pandemic and everything. We thought that it was going to have the opposite effect and people were just going to hold tightly onto their money. But people's perspective changed this year. And because of that, we saw the size of the donations drastically change individually as well as the number of them. So thank you to everybody, the listeners, the bands, the comedians, the presenters, the affiliate stations, and everybody. I want to thank you all for that, and that's why I've been playing a little bit of music and such. Oh, by the way, any affiliate station that wants any portion of this show for rebroadcast, please contact me. I'll be happy to send it on over to you. As I said, all the performances are cut out. Those can be sent to you individually. Say, hey, I would really like to broadcast the Black Heron performance from the 36 Hours of Alien Xmas. Bam, I'll send it on over to you. So anyway, when you step outside, everything's weird, but it's just another day in paradise, right? It's the Arcades Project on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
See all the street lights, doppelganger doubles, rainy reflections on a blacktop mirror. Just like the colors in a pool of gasoline, polarize your vision and the world is so much clearer. And in the stream of pointless little distractions, main objective, keep the asses in those seats. A misdemeanor treated like a light infraction. Just serve up cold revenge, but make it sweet. Another day of paradise. Another day of paradise. Another day I roll the dice. We get a sunlight from carcinogenic coffins, Kentucky Fried Skin, George Hamilton style. And everybody's out to get something for nothing. So damn litigious lawsuits make us smile. But there are many ways to sell the somber waters and other avenues that make it redirect. Don't ride upon the vehicle that misdirection steers. Complacency is what a fool accepts. Another day of paradise. Another day of paradise. Another day I roll the dice. Everybody's out to get something for nothing, and life is so much better on the net. The grammar school of Jersey turn signals are extinct, so I just write and jam and sing these songs until I'm dead. But there are many ways to sail the somber waters and other avenues that make it redirect. Don't ride upon the vehicle that misdirection steers. Complacency, that's what a fool accepts. Another day of paradise. Another day of paradise. Another day I roll the dice. Well, she may not be a sight to see. She's the only one for me. The bigger, the better for me. Well, big hips and big thighs and a pretty decent rack. She kept all her belongings in a little gunny sack. Well, she may not be a sight to see. She's the only one for me. The bigger, the better for me. Finally took a liking to those hairs up in her chin. She asked if she should plug them out. I said, no, just leave them in. Cause you may not be a sight to see, but you're the only one for me. The bigger, the better for me. Well, the bigger, the better, yeah. She's the one for me. Designer shoes, shirts and skirts from Barnum and Bailey. Well, she may not be a sight to see. She's the only one for me. The bigger, the better for me. More cushion, less pushing, she has tattooed on her back. She's got them gosh dang ankles dressed right up into her neck. Well, she may not be a sight to see. She's the only one for me. The bigger, the better for me. Everybody. Well, the bigger, the better, yeah. She's the one for me. Designer shoes, shirts and skirts from Barnum and Bailey. Well, she may not be a sight to see. She's the only one for me. The bigger, the better for me. Well, the bigger, the better for me. Well, the bigger, the better for me.
I'm so happy 'cause I'm a gummy bear, gummy bear. Fucking
We went out just last night. I was looking for a little companionship. Well, I tell y'all the women these days, I'll never understand their shit. Well, I went up to this fine-looking bitch. I said, I want you on your knees, please. And then she turned around real quick, like, you know, so she can get a better look at me. Red light from the dance floor strobes was casting silhouettes upon the wall. And then she threw a drink in my face and she kicked me in my balls. That was the last thing I remember. Let me tell you, it really hurt. And in a high-pitched voice, I asked which way she goes. And when she turned her back, I politely called her a ho-ho. I guess it's just me, my shadow. Well, my girl called, wanted to go out. I said, oh, honey, I'll have to call you back. Looked in my pocket, and all I could find was a ball of lint and a cigarette pack. Well, I thought, first things first, if I'm scared about your keys, please. Tailgate date in a handicap spot, I tell you, I don't know how she found me. Red light from the parking lot was casting silhouettes upon the wall. And then my girl said, step aside, bitch, and boy, why haven't you called? And that was the last thing I remember. That lady's got one hell of a temper. And when I picked myself back up off of the floor, she said I'd probably need stitches and that she had to go. Bye-bye. And I guess it's just me, my shadow. Oh, yeah. Just me. just me and my shadow.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919.
Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
Welcome back, folks. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space, broadcasting to you live from the other side of planet chaos, directly into your Vajir holes and infecting your brain on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, Lime City Radio Network, 920 WON The Apple, Sword Radio, Western Reserve Digital Radio, 24.7 The Stream, Get Smashed Radio, and on and on. I keep forgetting all. I gotta have a list. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're on in the Netherlands. We're on. We're all over in Florida, by the way. Okay, Raw Talk Online is pretty much our home station in Florida, but there's other ones in Florida as well that carry the station. So by all means, if I'm missing your station and I'm not mentioning it, send me a message. You can call me at 1-313-444-8919 or Skype at AlienStone1. That's AlienStone, the number 1. Don't spell out 1 because you'd be wrong. You can text message me that way as well. You don't have to call. You can just send a text message through Skype. I'll receive it that way as well. Remember, in addition to the broadcast on alienxradio.com and our affiliate stations, you can also look for us on Facebook Live. We're on YouTube Live, the Alien X Radio channel, and this brand new thing I just started on, Twitch. We're on the Twitch, too. That's right. We're on the Twitch. This is me. I'm the old guy. We're on the Twitch. Yeah, so go on over there. It's the Alien X Radio Twitch channel. It'll make you twitch, I'm sure. Makes my brain itch every time I'm over there. But anyway, there's plenty of ways to consume the show, to let it into your brain. Okay? No vaccine will help you. Remember, the continued usage may cause the uncontrollable desire to wash your ears out with soap. You will be unharmed but forever changed. Continuing right along, folks. I'm going to play some more music for your Vajir holes, of course. I'm loving all this stuff from the 36 Hours of Alien Expo, so I, of course, will continue playing stuff from that. But I'm going to look at some of my bizarre stories here today and just kind of go over some of them. Japanese man selling hyper-realistic masks featuring faces of strangers. I don't even understand this. Do you get that? What it even means? What do you mean? Like, if I go to a store and buy a mask and it's not of a famous person, isn't it already of a stranger? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, do you know Michael Myers? Okay, well, that's of a fictitious. Well, I don't get it. So you go and you get this mask. It's of a person. It's just of a person. And you have no idea who this person is, right? So you automatically assume that this person, it's just a fake person, right? But no, he's telling you that the mask that you purchased from him is an actual face. Well, not. They didn't cut it off of a human. Okay, he's not Leatherface. Okay, he's not making chili in some backwoods house someplace with the rest of the body. Okay, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is he is making molds and creating a mask that identically matches somebody. You know what I'm saying? Why? And I'm assuming that you go to the website and you're going to pick out this mask, right? I want that one. Why? Now, here's my main thing, okay? As weird as it would be for you to be the person purchasing this mask, I think it's even more bizarre and a bad decision on your part as the model that produces this mask. He says it's hyper realistic, which means that when you put this mask on, it looks real. Okay, so you've just given somebody the ability to run into a convenience store with a .357 Magnum, robbing the store and shooting the clerk, running out of the store and being caught on camera as you. As you. Think about that, folks. Think about that. That's real stupid, okay? We've come a long way from Kiss having dildos made of their own packages, which I'm sure they didn't. I'm sure they would. Yeah, I'll take that size right there. Yeah. Well, don't we want to really mold it? No, we don't really want to mold. Peter, Chris. Okay, just because his name is Peter don't mean nothing. Okay, there's nothing to mold. Just put this one here. Put his name on it. Nobody will know except the groupies, but they're drunk. They won't know. We've come a long way from that, and from the lead singer of Rammstein now. I guess he's got a dildo mounted on his mic stand. I'm hearing from London. I'm getting reports from London. Well, not from London, from Coventry, England, from across the pond. They're saying that Rammstein, you can purchase a molded version of his wiener too that goes on mic stands or something. It gets harder and harder to read these stories, folks. It really does, because before it was very interesting because I was like, oh, that's never happened before. Oh, that's all happened now. We're all crazy. This whole world has gone freaking nuts. Anyway, I'm going to throw into your face how the 36 Hours of Alien Xmas sounded when Black Heron took the stage. This is how they sounded. Right off the bat, I was like, okay, guys, and go.
The anti-heroes search for days just to find a snake. Not just any be a serpent, way too much at stake. On the third day in the desert, a viper appeared. As it slithered up his arms, he said, vengeance is near. He must obtain the medallion, blinded with blood and your first test of might. Kill my wretched dog. He was unsure of his power, but it won't be long. Turned into a giant viper, stared down Cerberus. Ripped his heads off in breast, Hades found in humerus. Oh, he is going to leave his mark on the kingdom that turned him dark. He is going to leave his mark on the kingdom that turned him dark. And on that very same day, when the clock struck midnight, the Viper and his demons marched straight into Matala, attempting to make all right! Jessica! I roam across the land and gaze out to the sea, seeking out the dark prince to see what he can teach me. This fabled son of death looks unholy, leper, exiled in bloody depths, hidden, deadly specter. Tell where I am, so far away from land. Compass spins rapidly, no hope, I'm lost at sea. This fabled son of death looks unholy, leper, exiled in body, depths, hidden, deadly specter. As water turns to black, wind blowing at my back, devil horns towards the sky, I make my final I seek the knowledge of the dead. The viper has taken my father's head. I traveled this sea so barren. It is I, the one true Now I see his hand from dusty appears and stand. He hath board my ship to tell us for a recurring trip now.
Brought broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with the Prospect.
How's it going, everyone? Prospect here with a weekly sports update on Alien X Radio. The Washington football team has been on a roll at this point in the season, winning the last 4 games, including their upset against the Steelers. Now their NFC East lead is in trouble as their quarterback, Alex Smith, has been ruled out with a strained right calf, resulting in Coach Ron Rivera starting second-year Dwayne Haskins in their game against the Seahawks. The 6-7 football team leads the division over the Giants by 1 game, so there's much to be concerned about the playoffs around the corner. This is Haskins' first start since Week 4 when he lost to the Ravens. Over in Philadelphia, the quarterback controversy has continued as rookie Jalen Hurts took over the starting role over bench veteran Carson Wentz during their game against the Saints, leaving fans wondering if Wentz is being overlooked for the rookie. Hurts, in true rookie form, isn't buying into the drama, saying that he wants to help his team grow. But with a 4-8-1 record, the effort may be a little too late. And Marcus Peters has been fined $12,500 for his unsportsmanlike conduct in the Ravens game against the Browns last week. Peters was fined for spitting in the direction of Jarvis Landry during their Monday night game and was called a coward by the cornerback in an interview. He later issued a statement denying the incident, saying that he was raised better than that. We've seen some pretty heinous things happen in the heat of the moment in football, so it's easy to see how he might have done that without conscience. Last week, I reported that the Cleveland Indians were changing their name after 105 years. The owner felt that it was time to reverse the racist undertones emanating from their moniker like Washington football team did earlier. Now it's been announced by the team's owner that the decision will take at least a year as they will keep the name for the 2021 season. The decision to do it was partly because the organization wants to take the most time to figure out a new name without offending anyone else. Unlike the Washington football team, the Indians won't have an interim name because they wanted a permanent name to replace it. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect. Say until next time, Prospect out.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love. Igor's lube? Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing. Thanks, Igor. And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio.
Resistance is futile. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your vajir holes. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Oh, to the attack, everybody. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from outer space. I'm your host, Alien Stone, broadcasting live directly into your Vajir holes from the other side of planet Chaos. As we scream to the galaxy at triple redunculous speeds, do not worry. The gravitational plates are gravitating, the inertia canceller is canceling, and the deflector array is still wearing its mask when it goes out into public. So calm down, Karen. Welcome aboard, everybody. We are screaming, as I said, through the galaxy. We just made that turn. We're headed back towards the big blue ball that we all live on. We all wish we could move. All the other aliens in the galaxy just scream past the planet with their windows rolled up. You know, like this. Don't look. Don't look. Don't make eye contact with any of them. We're out there chasing their ship, you know, with a bag of oranges and a squirt bottle and a squeegee. Stop. They don't want us. They're laughing at us. Anyway, folks, we're going to go back to last year. Last year tomorrow, as a matter of fact. That's confusing, isn't it? Last year tomorrow. For another one of our classic Just a Few Questions. And this one was, again, the Christmas edition last year. Wow, it's amazing that we have 3 Christmas editions of Just a Few Questions. It's got to be my longest running segment ever, man. People really responded to this Just a Few Questions. So anyway, this happened on 12/22/19. And this one is called Santa's 1,000-Year-Old War. I don't know where it comes from, folks. It's Just a Few Questions on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Ho, 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 holiday edition.
Answer just a few questions.
All right, everybody, it is time now for the holiday edition of Just a Few Questions.
This is a weird transition right there.
Merry New Year, everybody.
Merry New Year.
All right, so are you ready to answer Just a Few Questions, the holiday edition?
Bring it on.
Are you ready to get all Christmassy with this, bitch?
Let's do this.
All right. All right. Here we go.
Flip it up and jump right in.
Wait a minute. I can't just jump into it like that. I got to do this.
Question number 1.
Question number 1. Well, it's that time of year again. The streets are all lit with holiday decorations. The stores are bustling with shoppers and the sounds of the season. Carolers are singing and the snow is falling. It's Christmas time again, and the North Pole is preparing for another great year. As the elves make their toys and the reindeer are preparing to fly, Santa and his elite team assemble in his ready room. It's Christmas time again, so once more, the jolly elfin army must prepare for another attack. That's right. A little known fact about Santa and the North Pole is that he is really from another planet, and his workshop is really a crashed alien spacecraft designed to look like a magical toy factory. Each year, the forces of Graklar descend from a hidden moon base to continue their 1,000-year-old war. As keeper of the Eye of Knowing, Santa has been charged with its safekeeping to assure that it would never fall into the evil hands of General Grinch of the Graklanarian Ministry. This year, you have been recruited by the Elfin Army to fight alongside Santa to defend the Eye of Knowing. First, before we give you the job, we have a few Indeed screener questions, to help narrow down the applicants.
Good.
1. What do you think is the Eye of Knowing? A, an infinity stone? B, a brain control ray gun? C, Santa's name for his fleshlight? Or D, Santa's magical snowball?
I'm going to go with Santa's magical snowball.
I got ways of knowing. My personal friend, the warlock, taught me this. Yes, sir. I can see them when they're sleeping, and I know when they're awake.
My goodness. You know if they're bad or good?
So you tell them to be good. For goodness sake.
Oh,
that's right. Very good. Very good.
For what?
For being so kind.
Very, very good. Santa's.
Yay!
So, elves that don't want to fight or want to make toys are A, put on the naughty list, B, taken out to a snowdrift and beaten to death with an ice pick by Yukon Cornelius, C, anally rammed on top of a Christmas tree by a bumble, or D, wants to be a dentist.
D wants to be a dentist.
Hermie doesn't like to make toys. Do you mind telling me what you do want to do?
Well, sir, someday I'd like to be a dentist.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So
I'm actually surprising myself a little bit here.
Yeah, you're doing very well, especially since you said you hadn't seen that one.
I haven't seen him.
So,
I don't remember.
Well, that one's Rudolph.
Yes.
So, number 3, if faced with the first wave of the attack and the Gregarian Ministry's battle cruiser, the Winter Warlock, should enter the Earth's atmosphere, how should you respond? A, call in the reindeer. B, sit down, bend forward, placing your head between your knees and kiss your ass goodbye. C, like a Turkish prisoner, hide the eye of knowing in your eye of thunder along with your ass razor. Or D, fire a choo-choo train at the heart of the Winter Warlock and just put one foot in front of the other.
What was A again?
Call in the reindeer.
I'm calling in the reindeer.
Call in the reindeer, he says. See, you definitely did not see Santa Claus is coming to town.
So it must be D.
Yes, it must be D. For you to be right, it must be D. Which, by the way, I forgot to play this. I want to play this too. We'll go back to that. Anyway, you fire the choo-choo train at the Winter Warlock, and then you put one in front of the other.
Choo-choo. I've always wanted one.
Put one foot in front of the other.
You don't know any of this?
No.
Wow. Okay.
No.
All right. Well, that's been question number 1.
All right, question number 1 done.
Moving on.
Question number 2.
Question number 2.
Question number 2 is, okay. Huh?
Question dos.
Question number 2. Okay. It's time to learn a few things about the enemy. You need to know some stuff so you can properly deploy your forces. 1. Their battle cruisers are very sensitive to drastic temperature changes.
Okay.
2. Their fighter pilots have all been turned into evil mind slaves and taken from the island of misfit toys.
Okay.
3. General Grinch is very sensitive to the noise. And 4. The General's evil commander on his fleet is said to have been brought to life by an old silk hat. So, in these questions, which of these 2 things should you deploy or do against your enemy? 1, what 2 captains should you have lead your elfin armada against the Gregorian battle cruisers? Donner and Blitzen or Heat Miser and Cold Miser?
Donner and Blitzen.
Wrong! The Armada is susceptible to heat changes.
Oh, heat changes.
Good night. Chill your embers for you. Oh, yeah.
All right, enough of this. I hate to do this to you boys, but you leave me no choice. I'm going over your heads.
You're kidding. You wouldn't dare.
I would, and I will.
Mrs. Claus!
He's going to go tell Mother Nature. Over their head. But yes, that's what you should show, see?
Okay.
You haven't seen any of these.
I'm sorry, I'm messing up just a few questions.
Okay, so should you try to convince the fighter pilots to join the jolly side,
and that Santa can find a place for them in the hearts and homes of good boys and girls all around the world? Or should you blast them out of the sky with an old Scud missile that you picked up at an Iraqi refugee's garage sale?
The first one.
Take the first one.
I mean, I don't want to shoot him out of a missile.
You never do about the Island of the Misfit Toys either, do you?
No!
Wowzers.
Humbug.
Your third choice is, what type of weapons should you deploy in addition to ships, lasers, and old Iraqi Scud missiles?